Shortly after the release of the set 6.5, the rank 1 in China claimed his rank by spamming Renata with Bruisers. In this video, I'm going to give you all the secrets you need to know in order to master this comp and become the Vi lane of your lobby. Before I explain to you how to play the comp in early game and mid game, I think it's important we all start with the most capped version of this comp so we know in which direction we wanna go. With this version of the comp, you should be able to secure top 1 or top 2. Victor is your level 9, but you can already have good results at level 8 without Victor. The idea is to use the natural tankiness from Bruisers, give Renata plenty of time to kill her target. Vi will be your main tank, but she will also violently break the neck of her targets. Time Kench will farm items for you and you can put any tank item on him and any extra AP items can be given to Victor. If you want to have more chance to secure top 1, then you definitely want to play with these augments. I believe second wind is probably the most broken augment and makeshift is probably the most underestimated augment for Bruisers. In this early and mid-game section, I will show you the ideal leveling pattern you want to apply to play this comp. But don't forget to adapt your early game based on the first 2-star units you find and the augments you find. Let's say you have a start with no 2-star units, but you still have good synergies. In that case, you don't want to push level 4 aggressively because you don't have a board to win streak. You have to suck up a few losses and try to build your econ. Then let's say after the carousel you find your first 2-star units and you start to have great components. In that case, you can push aggressively in order to have a small win streak before Krugs. No matter what you do, try to have at least 20 gold at stage 3-6. Unless you high roll a lot of 2-stars, you don't want to push level 6 before 3-2 to optimize your econ. It is super important to roll at stage 3-2 until you have a lot of 2-stars like I show here. It's also important that you find good mid-game carry like Malzahar to have a strong stage 3 board. After that, you just need to rebuild your econ during the rest of the stage 3. At stage 4-1, you want to push level 7 and roll until you find 2-stars like I show here. The idea is to have the strongest board as possible while spending the least possible. You might lose a few rounds here, but you're not going to be in danger. From that point, you can decide to push level 8 and roll down after the carousel if you have an insane econ or if you already lost too much health. Otherwise, I suggest you to maximize your gold and push at stage 5-1 to find your 4 cost and 5 cost units. Once you find the most important units at 2 stars, you can either push level 9 to add Victor or you can also donkey roll at level 8 depending on your situation. If you forgot how to play this comp during your game and you're too lazy to come back to this video, then definitely you want to get my cheat sheets on Tactor. I will put the link in the description so you can have access to all my cheat sheets. I will even dare to say that this app should help you to claim your victory. What would be a pro-based guide without the item tier list? It's like a Renata without a musician. So for Renata, we can almost say she's full stuff if she has a Morello and mana generation item like Shojin or Blue Buff. But if you really want her to have more impact, then you want a third item that gives more damage or helps her to have a longer fight like Gunblade. If you remember Riven Dust from set 4, we can say that Vi is extremely similar. The only difference is that she needs AP from the items to have a great impact. That is why the best combo is 2 defensive items plus 1 AP item like Titan's Resolve or Rabadon. Because if you give her 3 defensive items, then she will be tanky but she will not deal much damage, and if she has 2 offensive items, then she will be too squishy. Oh, and one more thing. Blue Buff is a bait. First of all, you want to keep your tiers for Renata, but also Vi will take a lot of splash damage, so she will get a lot of mana from this, and she definitely doesn't need a Blue Buff to shine in a fight. Hey you, are you wondering why I'm making so many lame jokes? Well, it's because during Valentine's Day I tried to impress my crush by saying I was a YouTuber and I showed some of my videos. And you know what? She said I was not funny! So I want to prove a point. Please put a like on this video so I can show her how many people like my jokes and that she has no sense of humor. When you play 6 Bruisers, you might feel that the positioning is a bit awkward because of all the units you put in the front row. Many people underestimate the impact of positioning your tanks correctly, but if you pay attention, you'll be able to notice the clear difference between this positioning and this positioning. Well, I'm going to give you some tips which are valuable for this comp, but also for many other comps which contain multiple frontliners. So take a glass of water to swallow the pill that you're going to get. Whenever you have multiple tanks in the first row, you need to understand 2 things. The units which are in the corner are more likely to take more damage because they are usually focused by multiple targets, as you can see here. On the other hand, the units in the middle are usually only focused by units directly in front of them. Because in TFT you want to make sure that your units survive the longest possible, you want to make sure that your tankiest units are the ones who are focused first. Sejuani and Zac have spells that make them super tanky for a limited time, so by placing them on the corner they will fill their mana quite fast and they will become super tanky. The question you might ask is why do we not put Vi in a corner because she's also a super tank? Well, it's because she also needs to survive to deal a good amount of damage. Even if she's tanky, she might die too fast if she takes too much focus from units like Jhin or Draven with the Giant Slayer. There is the chance that this comp becomes extremely contested in a few days, so in case you want to play powerful comps without being contested, then you want to watch this video where I present a lot of hidden gems.